Hey guys, this is IrieStarcraft and I'm back to cast another game for you. This one is going to be a 2 versus 2 on Twilight Fortress. Super old school for you guys. This map long removed from the ladder pool. And I always liked this map. I thought it was fun, but I don't know, Blizzard decided they didn't like it anymore. So this game is actually going to be game 2 from the Zeek.com 2v2 Masters weekly tournament from a couple of weeks ago. I'll figure out what date that was when I post them for you guys. But anyway, this is going to be the second game of the semi-final matchup between ppgBubbles, the red Terran, and ONEzerker, the purple Zerg. Their opponents will be Vitamin, the blue Zerg, and tQorGETSLAMT, the yellow Terran. Vitamin and GETSLAMT taking a game 1 on Teodor Keep. Pretty exciting there. Very well played against the Broodlords. There was Broodlords and Infestors, Tanks and Marines versus Infestors, Roaches, Vikings, pretty much everything on both sides. But it was a great play with Fungal Growths and Stinbutt Marines to take out those Broodlords by Vitamin and GETSLAMT. And they did end up taking that game. So it looks like Bubbles is going to begin walling off at the front with a barracks here, followed by a refinery at 13. So we'll see where he goes from that. That could be possibly an early Reaper opener. I'm not so sure. Possibly early Siege tanks. And what do we have going on here? GETSLAMT throwing down 2 proxy barracks way up here, but he's throwing them down in a comet. Okay, a scout would easily see both of these barracks if it was just auto sent down here. And so, but it doesn't look like the top team is going to know about this, so they probably know something is up now, because I guess Bubbles already did send a scout through there. And he did see that GETSLAMT has no barracks back at his base, so this is going to get pretty exciting pretty quickly here. GETSLAMT finishing his first barracks and second one, and going to be harassing now with the SCVs. And one of them going to get taken out as one Marine is already out in the back for Bubbles, and a bunker is being thrown down. Looks like this bunker will probably be able to finish. Actually, one of the SCVs building the bunker did get taken out. Vitamin now has arrived with 4 Zerglings, and the bunker is going to finish. The Marine gets inside, and that's going to spell disaster for this early rush. But GETSLAMT is going to start working on the supply depot on the side, and that's going to force, it looks like it's going to force these Marines to come out because this bunker cannot reach. And now Bubbles is going to start repairing, and he's going to lose some SCVs when he starts trying to do that. And this is a very intense moment right here. At the same time, you see Zerker is throwing down a Baneling's Nest to try and deal with these early Marines. And I think that GETSLAMT and Vitamin are going to pack it in here. They forced another bunker to be built here from Bubbles, but you see the Marines are starting to make their way back home. And double gas going down for GETSLAMT now. But these barracks are going to be pretty exposed to just leave them up here. And you don't want to fly your barracks away too soon, because that really cuts your build time. So he's going to continue making Marines, and looks like now he is going to fly his barracks home. And Vitamin's just going to leave his Zerglings up here to see the timing when they're going to move out, if they're going to move out. And Zerker morphing in 6 Banelings here. Defensive Banelings that are going to make their way out, and they will see that there is nothing here. Or they're just going to sit up here waiting for this all-in. As GETSLAMT and Vitamin wisely going to transition out of this all-in. So I like that move. Don't force it, man. There's no need. GETSLAMT and Vitamin are definitely as good as Bubbles and Zerker. They're pretty evenly matched in skill-wise, if you ask me. So no need to force an all-in if it's going to be well defended. As Bubbles did a nice job. It was a good thing he started that wall off at the front, huh? If he hadn't, this game could be very different. And GETSLAMT looks like just going to go ahead and build one bunker front and center, just in case there is a counterattack. But trouble for Vitamin and GETSLAMT is they will be behind in economy here for a little bit. But as you see them trying to catch up now, they both have expanded, and just now Bubbles throwing down his expansion, and you always want to get a quick expansion on Twilight Fortress, man. I am telling you. Always good to get that fast expo. Vitamin patrolling with these Zerglings. Not sure what he's looking for exactly. Maybe any kind of sneaky expansions. Going to preemptively take out these rocks. I like this play a lot. Nothing else to do with your Zerglings. They do have map control with all the Xel'Naga towers. Vitamin does. And so might as well take down these rocks, because the next logical place to expand is over here at the gold for the top team. So set yourself up for some run-bys later. Always a good plan. Meanwhile, more barracks on the way for GETSLAMT. Starting to bank up quite a bit of gas here. And I'm surprised he hasn't tried to tech up at all yet, because the way that the defense is set up here on the top, going to need to work your way into siege tanks, I think, in this matchup. In a mirror matchup, TZ versus TZ. If it's not going to end super early, it's going to end up being a little bit of tank wars. So you always want to have that that edge. Vitamin is actually going straight for a Spire. And so another great play on this map, Twilight Fortress, because it's such a huge map. Definitely always good to take to the skies and get those mutas. Overlord from Zerker is making his way around the backside. Gonna eventually peek in here, but that's gonna take forever. And now 7 Mutalists. 8 Mutalists on the way for Vitamin. He could even make a lot more than that. You may see him make, maybe he just doesn't have the larva ready quite yet. But you see Zerker is thinking the same thing, and his Spire is about to finish. And he is banking a ton of minerals and gas. Oh man, he is going to be able to pump out how many Mutalisks there? 16 Mutalisks on the way for Zerker, as well as a macro hatchery. Oh man, that is going to be brutal. But Vitamin getting his mutas out sooner and continuing to pump them. So this will be very interesting. Zerker is going to have his mutas all pop out at the same time, which is going to help him quite a bit. But Vitamin, oh no, Vitamin. He's going to come in. What can he take out? Going to target down these mules, it looks like, first, getting a couple of SCVs. But here comes the flock of mutas from Zerker, and he's going to catch Vitamin unawares, going to lose a couple of mutas as he is starting to retreat. Now Vitamin is going to have to get all his mutas together and use them for defense and just buy time with them, because Zerker has so many. And actually splitting his mutas up a little bit here and taking out some overlords. So I'm a little surprised that Zerker isn't going to give chase here with the mutas against Vitamin's mutaball. But now if we check, there are a lot of Marines just waiting here for the Mutalisk of Zerker, and he's going to have to be pretty careful here, as now even it looks like the missile turret going to survive here for GETSLAMT. Already positioned nicely, and he probably threw those down as soon as Vitamin saw that huge flock of Mutalisks. And the question is, will the Zerg players both continue to pump as many Mutalisks as they possibly can, or one of them have the balls to try and switch to Infestor? Because Infestors will just own the mutas. And I don't think this one's going to happen, Vitamin. He is going to cancel this expansion as the Mutalisks are making their way down there, and Muta's also going to pick off more overlords. And oh, Vitamin is going to catch a small piece of Zerker's Mutalisks that got distracted there by an overlord, and oh, GETSLAMT picking off a bunch of mutas as well. But now Zerker does have a few of them inside the base of Vitamin, going to be picking off some of these drones, but Vitamin has more mutas now on the field after Zerker lost that small piece, and that's huge, man. That is huge. They're going to have to retreat. So GETSLAMT is going to go ahead and push out now with some Marines, and he does have 1 medevac here, 2 medevacs. So I would not be surprised to see GETSLAMT run his Marines all the way up here, and then possibly do some elevator in the back and try to snipe down some SCVs here, because there's no way they're going to break down this front. Or are they going to try? Vitamin's going to fly right up in here, and here come the Banelings streaming out, going to try and get into this ball of Marines, and ggETSLAMT doing a nice job of splitting the Marines there, and a nice job avoiding the ultimate Baneling death. There's only 6 Banelings though, without speed, so they weren't going to do a whole lot, and now a couple of Thors are on the field for Bubbles. So beefy, man, they're so beefy. Thors just own the mutas. So ggETSLAMT and Vitamin sitting out here, and Vitamin getting his mutas healed up nicely there for free. That is always good to do. But they're going to have to be careful with this army chilling out here, because this could get wiped out very quickly. And actually it looks like Zerker has no Zergling speed, so he's not going to be able to get any sort of surround so that the Banelings can get into the Marines. The Marines trying to go after one of the Thors here. And ggETSLAMT doing quite a bit of damage for this small ball of Marines that he has, but now the mutas and Thors and Zerglings are pushing them back. ggETSLAMT shooting and scooting. It does not look like the Banelings are going to get into this ball, maybe taking out a couple of them there. But a really efficient attack there, not using much, not losing very much, and taking out quite a bit of a ton of Zerglings. And some mutas and whatnot in that little push there. Vitamin trying to reestablish the gold at the same time, and ggETSLAMT just mass Marines, sending them up. They are 1-1 upgraded. By the way, you do see the centrifugal hooks upgrade on the way for Zerker, so that is going to be critical. He is morphing in some more Banelings now, and Hellions on the way out from Bubbles. Getting caught though here on this high ground location, and Zerker is now going to get a surround on these Marines in the back. Vitamin, however, coming to the aid, but one fungal growth going down. There's only one infestor, unfortunately, for Zerker, so there's still a ton of mutas. Oh, the mutas are so clumped up though. The Thors are going to push back this attack, and Vitamin so close to losing these mutas there. There are 4 Thors, 6 Thors on the ground. For Bubbles, look at all the SCVs he brought out to repair this attack. And so for now, Bubbles and Zerker are safe, even putting 3 barracks down at this location to prevent Zergling run-bys. Although the Zerglings could just run all the way around here. So that's an interesting location to put some barracks. And Vitamin does know about this with that watchtower. And it looks like now ggETSLAMT going to be trying to take a base up here front and center. And will that become a planetary fortress? I expect that to be the case. But at this point in the game, you never know, because the armies can get so beefy. The planetary fortress just doesn't do much at all before it dies. So you might as well get the extra scans and whatnot. And now Zerker going to be grabbing this base front and center, as well as this one for Bubbles, and throwing down 3 missile turrets preemptively. No missile turrets here for ggETSLAMT. But Vitamin just continuing to make Mutalisk, and now it looks like starting to make a switch into Infestors. Once your opponent has made the switch to Infestors, you gotta match him, man, because a couple of nicely timed fungal growths could spell disaster for Vitamin. And uh-oh, these mutas are going to have free reign up in here, taking out the queen, and a ton of these drones look like they will die. And one infestor has popped out here for Zerker, but there's no pathogen glands. It will not have enough energy to trap these mutas. The mutas from Vitamin will be able to get back behind the base here. And are there any Thors in the mix down here to try and contain these mutas? As Vitamin, it looks like he will be able to get these mutas out of here. Going to just be flying right over a bunch of turrets, but it doesn't look like he lost any. Maybe a couple. Oh, Thors trying to catch these mutas before they can get out. But it does not look like that is going to happen. Vitamin forcing this command center to lift off, but just for a second there. And so a bit of a stalemate going on right now. And the major difference right now in this battle is that ggETSLAMT is going all straight bio. No tanks, no Thors, no nothing. And Bubbles going up for that mech play. And now a bunch of infestors on the field for Zerker, so this army is starting to look very powerful. A couple of well-timed fungal growths will just wreck this, but there are some ghosts in here. I know you guys saw those ghosts. And personal cloaking being researched for GETSLAMT. This could be so awesome. We could see some cloaked ghosts come in here and just EMP the crap out of all these infestors before the next battle. That is what I expect to see. And now this ball of Thors, where is this ball of Thors going? I don't know, but it could get caught seriously out of position as this massive ball of Marines is just going to rip these Thors to shreds. Oh no, Bubbles! Bubbles losing these Thors so fast. Look how quickly those Thors die. The Marines are 3-3 upgraded. The Hellions are stuck down here on the low ground. What are they doing? Now the Marines getting us around here, trying to take out this planetary fortress. Some Zerglings are streaming in. Where are the Baneland? I don't see anybody. Here comes the Infestors trying to get those fungal growths down, and the Blue Flame Hellions coming around from the back, just roasting up the Marines, but there's so many of them. A very close battle. The Ghosts finally make it up here, and just sniping down the Infestors. Nicely done by GETSLAMT and Vitamin. They are going to win this battle, but they did lose quite a bit in the process. And so it looks like we are going to be back at another stalemate here. These mutas flying in and not even finishing off this turret. It is on fire though, so it is going to die. But Vitamin losing a couple of extra mutas there. This game is getting pretty out of control, as now 2 more Ghost Academies are on the way, and you know what that means. Oh, a fungal growth on the cloaked ghost there, trying to get some EMPs down. He does manage to get most of the infestors before these units try and push in, but it just does not look like there's going to be enough. Look at all the Thors out here for Bubbles, and the Hellions in the front going to push this attack back. Very well done there by the top team. That sweet fungal growth going off on the cloaked ghosts. Here comes the nukes. You knew that was going to happen. Extra Ghost Academies means nukes. And now is the challenge of me playing Find the Nuke. So just keep your eye on the minimap. I should be keeping my eye on the minimap. And I'm going to be looking for those little yellow dots for GETSLAMT's army to see where the nukes are going to go down. And actually, GETSLAMT has a Thor chilling down here, so I'm surprised. He did manage to make a Thor somehow. And still unseen is this drop, and it's going to be coming around the back of Bubbles. Does have 1 Thor sitting back up here. And so here comes the drop play. Zerker does now see this with his infestor. He's going to get a fungal growth. Looks like it's going to kill this 1 medevac. Has 1 hit point left and is going to drop off everything he has. Are there any ghosts inside this army? It does not look like it. And now GETSLAMT going to be losing all this army, it looks like. They're actually doing quite a bit of damage here. He's got a couple of Marines up here on the high ground. Looks like that is going to get cleaned up, but it did cost pretty much all of Zerker's energy there on his infestors. And at the same time, Vitamin is just freely picking off drones at the expansion. And oh, there's the nuke! Double nukes going down on Bubbles' base. Oh no, could we see the SCVs? They're not evacuating now, they're getting out. Oh no! Oh, awesome. It looks like the SCVs pretty much all got out there. But you gotta love the nukes. And at the same time, Vitamin harassing this front. Not going to be able to do much against this super beefy army, though. 2 more nukes are on the way for GETSLAMT. That was a close call, man. I think Bubbles was just trolling me there by leaving his SCVs that long before the nuke went off. It is possible. And so some mutas going to be chasing these Hellions down. They should get a few free kills here. Always good to be active with those mutas. Going to take out all the Hellions, it looks like. Controlling the skies. Same time, what do we have here? Looks like some Zerglings tried to sneak around the backside possibly, and oh, another nuke is going down, and if this one doesn't get scouted, oh, the scan went off way over here. The ghost is down in this location, gets slammed. Oh my god, is this nuke going to go down? Oh no! Oh, what an epic nuke, taking out all the infestors and so many drones. Oh man, that was sick. Sick nuke. Dude, that is just awesome. I'm sorry, that was awesome. And dude, you're just, the Bubbles has just got to be kicking himself right now. Choosing to scan out in this location, and the nuke came from the other side. Another nuke is on the way, gets slammed, is on fire, dropping nukes left and right. And oh no, the infestors and Thors are walking into the nuke. The Thors can pretty much eat up the nuke, but not these infestors. And oh, that one not doing a whole lot, but still pretty awesome there. Another scan going off to reveal that ghost. Bubbles with some ghosts of his own. And could Bubbles be going for some nukes? I don't know. Some snipes going down as ggetslampt is just harassing the crap out of this area with his ghost. This is so awesome right now. So awesome. And now mining the crap out of this area are Vitamin and ggetslampt, so they definitely have the income advantage right now, as the main and naturals are pretty much mined out at this point. Zerker trying to do a Zergling run by, but that is just not going to happen. And Zerker and Bubble is just playing too passive with this army right now. They're gonna fall too far behind if they don't try and make something happen here. As ggetslampt, could we be seeing another double nuke launch? There goes one nuke, but does not look like it's going to happen this time. A fungal growth catching the other ghost. A good defense there from Zerker. Not going to let this location get nuked again. And oh man, dude, I'm telling you, when there are nukes going off and you know they're not your nukes, it is panic time, dude. There's just something about those nukes, even though they sometimes don't always work. Here comes another one. Here comes another nuke, and the scan is going to reveal the ghost. It does not look like this one is going to go off. It's going to be close, but no. Nope. ggetslampt relentless with the nukes, though. Looks like now, could we be seeing a death push here? Some EMPs going off from Bubbles. Not a whole lot to EMP there, though. Not catching most of the medevacs. And Roaches pushing forward. Now some fungal growths going off from Zerker. There is another nuke on the way from ggetslampt. A nuke on both sides right now. Oh, this could be devastating. Zerker is desperately trying to get his infestors out of the way of this nuke. And oh, it does not look like that one's going to go off. The ghost did die. A nice stopping of the nuke there by the top team. More EMPs being thrown on each other's ghosts right now. And uh-oh, finally mixing in some Marauders into this army as ggetslampt, and those Marauders are so beefy, man. Fungal growth though going down from Zerker, a very intense moment, and it looks like Bubbles and Zerker are going to hold. This is so close right now. Top team doing a great job just hanging in there, hanging in this game. But we do see a lot of Ultralisks on the way out from Vitamin, and oh no. Oh no, the Ultralisk with 5 armor. How many Ultralisks are on the field? There's 11, and there is 4 nukes ready still again for ggetslampt. I don't know. But these Ultralisks are looking so beefy, man. And where are the nukes? Double nukes going off at this location, and there might even be more nukes that I don't know where they are going off. Fungal growth being used on the Ultralisk, not doing a whole lot, and infested Terrans desperately being thrown in to try and keep the Ultralisk back from the Thors. There is no strike cannon. No strike cannon for these Thors. Oh no, Bubbles. If he had had the strike cannon, I don't know what might have happened in that battle, as they are good against the Ultralisk. But look at Vitamin and ggetslampt just steamrolling that army. The Ultralisks are so beefy. They're so beefy, man. GG's go down. Now that was a pretty awesome game, man. We had nukes, ultras, Oh man, that was a very very exciting game. So congratulations to Vitamin and Get Slammed winning that game and taking that semifinals round, and they did go on to win that tournament. And so playing very very well there. And that was just awesome. It's been a long time since I cast a game with some nukes, so let me know what you guys think. Post some comments and stuff. And I just want to thank Vitamin for sending me these couple of games. They were a pleasure to cast. And so yeah, that's going to do it for me. This is IrieStarcraft, and peace out.